Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm your host, Echo Fan Grey Wolf. There's 886 of you here. I'm expecting this number to drop exponentially when I'm done with this video. I am going to shame every Felon 47 supporter, and if that's one of you here, or all of you here, I can start from zero. I've been at this thing for 30 fucking years. Without you, there is no me, and I know that. But without me being honest, there is no me. And that's a hell of a lot more important than anything else. And if you can't be honest with yourself, you have to at least be honest with the people around you. Because the truth always comes out. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And moral compasses are important. Moral compasses are a thing. This will be probably the longest video that I'm going to make today. If you are a Felon 47 supporter, this is the time you leave the room. The door is over there. The door is back there. The door is right there. This is a computer, so the power button is a door, and the block button is a door. There were 686 of you here. There was 688. At one point, there was 690. And I made thank you videos for all of them. It might have been less than 690, maybe 689, 90. It was a lot of people here. I started making Felon 47 videos, and my viewership has never really been big. I think maybe 5 of you are loyal enough to actually watch the shit, which I appreciate more than anything else, because it always has 5 views, 5 views, 5 views. And I am not complaining. I love the 5 views that get, it's at least somebody's watching it. If they're just giving me mercy, they're still at least watching it, and I am forever grateful. Might not seem like it, but I am forever grateful. I never thought that I would even get this far with anybody. I never thought I would get over more than 3 followers. If we're going to be honest, I'm blessed to have 686 people. And I will be blessed to have 0 people if this video pisses everybody off. But see, then I'll know. I'll know that it was something that I said versus something that I did. And I like to say this to everybody who's watching. Don't post shit that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. This is my argument on TikTok as well. That if you're going to post shit and it's going to come back to bite you in the ass, you need to be well prepared for that shit. Because the internet is fucking forever, y'all. And I mean that. The internet is fucking forever. So regardless of how you feel about me, you can hate me until the cows come home. You can hate me until your mama's black and blue. And that's okay. That's fine. It took a long time for me to stop hating myself. But I didn't hate myself because I was honest. I hated myself with how I have to deliver shit. This is why I tell you, I give you 99.9. Only the real ones are going to stay here and take the whole 1,000. That's just a fucking fact. And the real ones, they either follow me because they love me, they follow me because they're giving me mercy, or y'all just bored. Let's just call that shit like it is. Y'all just bored. But see, as an actor, I also know without the 686 of you, my career chances gets dimmer every day. Now, if I had a sponsor and I could be on YouTube every day, I wouldn't have to go to work. I wouldn't have to clean toilets. I don't have that. I use the fuck out of Degree. Degree's not knocking down my fucking door. I love Hasbro and Marvel stuff. Oof. Thor's hammer ain't gonna make me no money. Especially since I don't have special effects or the capability of doing that on this fucking Apple video. My largest video to work to date is my Scarlet Spider fan film. That's as close to viral as it's gonna get. It's on all my social medias. And I'm grateful that somebody took the time to watch it the same way I'm grateful that David Dillahunt helped me put it together. Shout out to David Dillahunt and shout out to Butterfly Vendetta. Now again, great people. You should go give them a follow. They have a YouTube channel. Shout out to Butterfly Vendetta is exactly that. Butterfly Vendetta. Go find it. Now, back to me. It is a high probability that after this video is done, I will go from 686 to 0. But then you have to ask yourself, if that happens, was Echo Fan Grey Wolf right? Are we all supporting someone who's going to send our kids to war, but his son gets to stay at home? and fuck your daughters. You know, I said what I said, and fuck your daughters. Yeah, Baron's a tall motherfucker, yo. Tall, rich, got money. It won't be much for him to talk your girls out of their drawers. But once they have sex with him, it's done. Y'all see the kind of man his father is. Do you think he's any different? But if you do, hey, knock yourself out. That's going to be Tiger Woods' son-in-law one day. But Tiger's fucking with one of Baron's aunts, so that's going to be kind of nasty. But, hey, the law of the land, man. If you got it and you can get it in, knock yourself the fuck out. Women, I do apologize because that was kind of sexist. But if I was a woman, I would say the same thing. You know, you don't have to have babies, this motherfucker. Ride that dick and then ride that motherfucker right out your fucking life. You don't need to have babies, that son of a bitch. Fuck him. Get your pleasure. Let him lick it. Let him stick it. And then let him stick his ass right on out that fucking door, never to come back. Unless you can find a decent man who's going to be there through thick and thin and is going to be there until the motherfucking end. And unfortunately, I'll say this out loud, a lot of women don't want that. And when I say a lot, it's the bulk of women. It ain't all women, but it's the bulk of women who don't want good men. They want the Pookies and the Ray Rays. They want the fast money. And then they want some idiot like me to come along who will treat them nice and then raise the kids they had with somebody else. And that's community worldwide. If I pissed you off, I'm expecting the numbers to drop. And especially in the female department, because I got 5 sisters. I know how this shit works. Let me state that again. I have 5 sisters. 3 of them have picked their Pookies and their Ray Rays. One actually got married before the rest of them. And she has her one gentleman who treats her like very nice and has a good job and a career. The other 3, one finally found her Prince Charming. She's got 2 by him and 3 by somebody else. But she found her Prince Charming. The other 2, not so lucky. But who the fuck am I? I ain't passing no judgment. I don't give a fuck because I ain't got no goddamn body. And it must be real nice to roll over in the middle of the night and have someone hold you. I will never have that again. Because I can't take care of myself if I'm taking care of someone else's responsibilities. Which I've been doing all my fucking life. Without a thank you, without a I'm sorry, without a we're gonna do better. But this ain't about me or my family and my personal motherfucking issues. This is about Felon 47 and why I am losing people on this page. So I'm going to say the shit that needs to be said. Because you guys are either going to listen or you're going to herald Galactus. Makes no fucking difference to me because I'm going to tell you the truth. And either you're going to be able to handle the truth like adults or you're not. And most of you are not, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be 686 of you. There would be 1,000 plus because you like the truth. There are videos of Felon 47 talking to a 8 to 10-year-old, maybe 11-year-old girl on an escalator. Funny how that was in 1992. And then in 1996, there were some issues in his beauty pageants with little girls telling us that he walked in like this, or like this, or like this, and said he can't see it all. And then months later, he's on the Howard Stern show talking about how he was the only man that was allowed in there because he owns the place and he can inspect it. And now we're at war. But Baron Trump apparently has bone spurs, just like his daddy. Baron Trump is like 22 or 21 years old. Matter of fact, let's Google that. This way I'll have some validity on what the fuck I'm talking about. How old is Baron Trump?
Baron Trump will be 19 years old in March of 2026. He was born in March of 2006
my bad.
And is currently a student at New York University.
So he'll be 19 years old. How old do you have to be to join the military?
You need to be at least 17 to join the military with parental permission, or 18 without it. Maximum enlistment ages vary. typically between 28 and 42, depending on the specific branch.
So, it says Army, 17 to 35, Navy, 17 to 41, Marine Corps, 17 to 28, Air Force, 17 to 39, Space Force, 17 to 39, Coast Guard, 17 to 41. You left off the National Guard, Army, and Air. The Army National Guard, you must enlist on before the 35th birthday. The Air National Guard, you must enlist before your 42nd birthday. Okay, well, that's a little bit crazy. Well, I'm in Virginia, and I joined at my 37th birthday on the Army National Guard. So was the cutoff different when I joined? The maximum age is 37. Okay. So yes, the cutoff age has changed over time, and you likely joined when the maximum age was temporarily higher than the age, and there was a waiver. While currently the age limit in the Army National Guard is 35, several factors explain how you joined. I was in 2011. Between 2006 and 2011, the Army National Guard raised the maximum enlistment to 42, meaning the recruiting goals currently during the Iraq War and Afghanistan after 2011, limited recruiters to 35 through the, I have no idea how to say this, but I guess that's fluctuate, Fluctuated, fluctuated, since depending on the Army's need. Age waivers. The Army National Guard frequently grants age waivers for applicants between 35 and 42 if they're physically fit and meet the requirements. Well, I was physically fit and I met the requirements of their recruiter will easily secure a waiver for you to join at the age of 37. Virginia state law. Virginia state code historically allows much broader age ranges in the militia and the original enlistment possibilities of residents of the age 45 to 55, with some contents through the Federal Army regulation type of override of this modern National Guard service. Prior service. If you have served in the military previously, your prior service years would be subtracted to that of the determined enlistment of age, allowing you to join well past 35. Currently, Virginia National Guard eligibility, the maximum is 35. Enlistment must occur before your 35th birthday. The waiver typically will be available to those who are 39 or 42, depending on your current recruitment needs. Are you looking for information on how your retirement benefits and years of service are calculated? Nope, because I didn't get to retire. I never got deployed. I got a brand new hip for my service. And yes, I was 11 Bravo for those who give a shit. Now, how did we get there? Because we are sending our young people to have boots on the ground in Iran. Because what? Because Felon 47 has decided that your kids ain't shit. But his baby boy, he ain't going. It is rumored that Baron Trump has reported to have bone spurs. Is the rumor true? Please say no. Please say no. Okay.
No, the rumor about Baron Trump having bone spurs is false. It originated from a satirical source. And fact checkers confirm there's no record of him having this condition. The claim is not a genuine health report.
Thank God. That way at least he got some honor compared to his father. Has Baron been physically healthy checked to join the military? Come on, talk, damn it.
No, there is no evidence that Baron Trump has undergone a physical health check or military medical evaluation to join the military. Reports regarding his eligibility are based on speculation and viral social media trends rather than official military actions. 1. Viral claims. Following online calls for Baron Trump, now 19, to be drafted amid geopolitical tensions. Social media posts claimed he was too tall to serve.
No such thing.
2. Height and eligibility. Reports indicate Barron is approximately 6'7" or 6'9". The U.S. Army generally has a maximum height requirement of 80 inches, 6'8", for certain roles, and individuals exceeding this may require additional screening or waivers. 3. No official action. There is no record that Barron has applied for enlistment or been officially rejected for military service. And 4. Current status. The U.S. has an all-volunteer military, and there is no active draft. The claims about his height preventing service are largely seen as misinformation or satirical, and no formal medical exemption based on his physical health has been reported.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a height exemption. They'll find a place for you. I'm sorry, because I'm 5'3.5" and I joined. Let's see what else AI can tell us. Since Barron is the son of the president, does that make him... God damn it. I wasn't done.
As the son of President Trump, Barron Trump, who is 19, is attending college and is advising his father's campaign. He's offering insights on social media.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. If Barron is the president of the United States... Motherfucker! The shit won't let me finish.
No, Barron Trump is not the president of the United States. He is currently a student and too young to be president.
This bitch ain't even hear what I said. This is why I don't fuck with technology like talking about it.
A future campaign.
And no, I'm not deleting this video.
Until 2044.
If Barron is the son of the president, is he safe from... Motherfucker, let me finish! I'm gonna type it in. Because obviously, talking it ain't working. Is he safe from being drafted if everyone else, if everyone else has to go? Let's see what this bitch say now. I should probably put ages. Okay. No questions asked. Okay, the AI does not have the ability to talk to me, but we're going to read this shit out. So I'm going to show you this first before I read this shit. Based on the U.S. law of selective service and systems relations, the son of the president is not automatically exempt from the military draft. If the draft is reinstated, Congress and the president and all males ages 18 to 25, the president's son would legally be required to register to and can be drafted regardless of his father's position. Make sure y'all heard that. Regardless of his father's position. I really wish the computer would have just told y'all this shit. 1. Legal status of a presidential son. No special exemption. There is no provisions in the Military Service Act that exempts sons of presidents and higher-ranking government officials from being drafted. Sole surviving sons rule. So he's got like 3 brothers, so he's fucked. This expands existence of the sole surviving sons. If a family lost one or other children in military service, but there is not a blanket exemption, does not apply to the only sons. Alright, so if he was the only son, it would be the only thing that would keep his ass safe. That's what that means. During World War II, all 4 of the president's sons, Franklin D. Roosevelt, son served in the military and saw combat. Demonstrations of the presidential children have historically been involved in military service. 2. Practical realities. There is no questions asked scenario. While the lawmakers are ineligible in practice of scenarios, it is highly unlikely the president's son would serve on the front lines due to security concerns, but he would still have to fucking go. Anyway, the safety measures proposed a season since the leaders are often placed in safer roles. Naval aids prevent from becoming a target or a hostage, though it still sometimes requires combat duties. The Secret Service, protects the presidential family members, which would create an extreme logistic challenge in the combat environment. That ain't my problem. You seek the service. That's your job. Exemptions via other means. While not exempt because their father is in office, the president's son could, like any other citizen, qualify for exemptions based on medical reasons. There comes that bone spurs, y'all. Depending on other legal deterrents. Current context. In 2026, all volunteer forces. There is currently no active draft in the United States. The last draft ended in 1973, the year I was born. Selective service registration, men 18 to 25 must register, but does not conjointly plan to be non-active service. Baron Trump example is recent discussion regarding the potential of the draft in 2026. Which is noted that Baron Trump might be exempt due to height of 6'9", exceeding the Army's maximum requirement of 6'8", rather than his family's political status. Again, bullshit. We had a guy named Workhorse with me who was 6'10". I had another guy that I trained in BJJ with when I was in fucking Delta who was every bit of fucking 6'8", 6'9", possibly even 6'10". Alright? So let's go on and get that bullshit out the way. In summary, legally, Barron would be drafted. Practically, it is unlikely he would serve in any same capacity as everyone else, or his family would find a legal deterrent, but it is not automatically protected by law. So when your sons are dying, y'all remember that. Hold on. We're going to do some confirmation since we're going to make this a very long video. Did Arnold Schwarzenegger serve in his country's army?
Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger served in the Austrian army in 1965. He completed his mandatory one-year service at 18, training as a tank operator, even becoming skilled at driving the M47 Patton tank. He also faced a week in military prison after going AWOL to win a bodybuilding contest.
Hell yeah! Did Kim Jong-un serve in the military?
No, Kim Jong-un didn't serve in the regular North Korean military. However, he did attend the Kim Il-sung Military University and was promoted to 4-star general, preparing him for leadership, though experts say he lacked practical military experience.
Did Kim Jong-un's daddy serve in the military?
Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father, didn't serve in the military traditionally. He was the supreme commander and a marshal, but he didn't have active military experience before 1991.
Okay. They're a lot closer than Barron's ass and Felon 47. Did the royal family's children, King Charles, his brother Philip, and his 2 sons, serve in the military?
Yes, King Charles, Prince Philip, and his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, served in the British military. Prince Philip and Prince Harry even served in combat situations.
How tall is Prince William and Prince Harry? Let's go. Talk, bitch.
Prince William and Prince Harry are both known for their tall stature, with Prince William being slightly taller than his younger brother. Prince William, Prince of Wales, stands at 6 feet 3 inches, 191 centimeters tall. He is often cited as the tallest member of the current British royal family. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, stands at approximately 6 feet 1 inch to 6 feet 2 inches, 185 to 188 centimeters tall. While some sources note him at 6 feet 2 inches, others indicate 6 feet 1 inch is more precise, but he is consistently identified as about an inch shorter than William.
I don't want to hear that
Princes
hype
are significantly
bullshit.
taller than the average British male, approximately 5 feet 10 inches, and inherited their height from their grandfather, Prince Philip, who stood at 6 feet. Would you like to know the heights of other members of the royal family, such as Kate Middleton or Meghan Markle?
Nah, I'm sure they're short ladies. Let's see. Who else can we find out if they served? Check this out. Did the members of BTS have to serve in the South Korean military?
Yes, all members of BTS, including Jin, RM, J-Hope, Suga, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, completed their mandatory South Korean military service. They began their service in 2022 and served between 18 and 21 months, with Suga serving as a social worker due to a health issue.
I state this again for all of y'all who support Felon 47. Barron ain't going. I state again, Barron ain't going. But all those people I just named are going. Let's see. Let's go ahead and piss y'all the fuck off. Since I'm losing people because of every Trump video. Let's see if I can lose a few more. Where can I find a video of Trump flirting with the 9, 10, or 11-year-old girl in 1992 on the escalator? This one's 35 seconds. I wonder if they're going to show me the whole damn thing.
Congrats! You're everyone's
Okay,
now,
that's a
except
commercial.
ours. Get started with Self today.
You start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it? Okay.
You can tell me that doesn't bother you on any level whatsoever. All right, let's try another one. Where can I find a video of Howard Stern confessing to? God damn it, not Howard Stern. Fuck. Got that shit twisted. Where can I find a video of Donald Trump confessing to Howard Stern of how he used to walk in on the beauty pageants in 1996, dressing girls' room of 14 to 17-year-old girls? Well, this one's 19 seconds. Let's see if they're going to show the whole damn thing in 19 seconds. Probably not. But let's do this.
She gained about 55 pounds in a period of 9 months.
she
She was
do
like an
that?
eating machine.
What does a girl eat to gain 50? I mean, in less than a year to gain...
Must never stop.
I mean, where was she...
I guess she ate a lot of everything. And
Oh, my God. I mean, her bowel movements.
Not
How many
the
did she
right
have a day?
terminate her crown, her Miss
Yeah.
Universe reign.
No, you were smart. You
Well, I just
turned it
didn't
into
want
a...
to do it.
That was definitely not the right video. Let's see if we can find the right video. Okay, I just passed one of the videos that literally stated that shit. This is an exclusive. I have to go back to that if I find it. But let's see what this exclusive says. Trump cruel talks about Howard Stern. That's definitely not it. Trump has objectified a lot. Okay, that's not it. Exclusive files of Trump and Howard Stern. This might be it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not. We're going to play it anyway. No, we're not, because it's on fucking Facebook. Well, maybe we are if I push this button.
My daughter is beautiful, Ivanka. By the way, your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. The last couple of years, I go out with somebody, and she's like 21, and she's talking about, what are you doing? And she's studying algebra. And, so what? And it's like, it was always embarrassing for me to walk in. It's too young. 30 is like a perfect age. Absolutely. She has enough life experience. Until she's 35. Too much life experience. What is it at 35, Howard? It's called checkout time. And you're probably, I would say, the greatest judge of beauty on this planet. In fact, I would create a TV show for you where all you did was just judge women. Now, that may be the best idea of all. It's a simple thing. It's a half hour, and we strip it out all over the country. I would say I'm the all-time judge. You own this pageant. You go over, you're meeting the girls. One of them comes up to you and says, Mr. Trump, you're a very sexy man. You're a beautiful man. You have fantastic hair. Well, you're a powerful man. Right? Right? You're a powerful man. Right. I want to sleep with you. Now, you're not the type that would say no. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Right. No, right. But I mean, you see a beautiful woman, you want to have that.
Walk right into Howard Stern setting him up.
Everything, right?
Well, couldn't that be construed, however, as
conflict?
Yes.
I don't see it as a conflict. It could be a conflict of interest, but it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
Why are you gonna worry about it later? You gotta worry about that shit now.
Not be construed. No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with the vagina. And, well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that. So you have done that. I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show. Yes. And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else, and no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. Right, I want to make sure that like everything is good. You're there. Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into that. Y'all heard what he said, because there's no men there, and he's allowed to do that because he owns it. There's a side to that this thing didn't show. We're gonna see if this is gonna play the whole damn thing. Contestant talks about the inspection. Y'all love this man, and this is why I can't stand him. There's going to be one that's 216 on YouTube, CNN, and there's going to be one that's 114, also on YouTube. Probably with a commercial.
No annual fee for the first year, no hard check, and yes, I do report to all 3 bureaus.
Is it normal to see men in dressing rooms at pageants, and the owner of the pageant?
No. The director of the North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisiana, and Alabama pageants, it's very much a family atmosphere. She doesn't even go backstage when the girls are getting ready. Only the female chaperones are allowed backstage in the dressing rooms with the girls. I've never had an experience where there were men or directors or anything like that walking back in the dressing rooms.
Yeah. As I understand, you have an experience of something that happened the night before the pageant?
Well, not the night before the pageant, but when we were in New York City on the media tour, they were doing a book launch at Trump Towers for the Universal Beauty book, and they had a bunch of former Miss USAs and Miss Universes and all 51 of us, and we did the red carpet, and that was tons of fun. And then they lined us all up, and Trump went down the line, and he shook your hand and looked you over, looked you up and down, head to toe, and was just checking everybody out.
Now, if y'all need the date on that, this thing probably don't provide it, and it does not. But she's an ex-pageant. So we're going to go back to this one about bragging on beauty pageants and shit. There's also one that's 6 minutes long.
Donald Trump loves a beauty pageant. And by his own admission, he was no stranger backstage while owning parts of 3 different pageants for nearly 2 decades.
They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
In 2001, Tasha Dixon was Miss Arizona, competing in the Miss USA pageant. she experienced this kind of awkward moment firsthand.
Our first introduction to him was when we were at the dress rehearsal and half naked changing into our bikinis.
Dixon was 18 at the time and says watching Trump storm into a dressing room was shocking.
To have the owner come waltzing in when we're naked or half naked in a very physically vulnerable position, and then to have the pressure of the people that work for him telling us to go fawn all over him, go walk up to him, talk to him, get his attention. Who do you complain to? He owns the pageant. So there's no one to complain to. Everyone there works for him.
In 2005, 4 years later, Donald Trump bragged to Howard Stern about what he could get away with since he owned the pageants. The conversation uncovered by CNN's K-File.
I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it.
They're like
Everything
doctors.
is good.
Later in that same show, Trump is asked if he'd ever had sex with Miss USA or Miss Universe contestants.
Never comment on things like that.
Give us the first letter of the country you had sex with.
How many letters are there?
This comes just weeks after Hillary Clinton brought up Trump's attacks on former Miss Universe Alicia Machado. Trump once described her as Miss Piggy and then told his Twitter followers to find her sex tape. And another video where Trump is seen interviewing Playboy playmates and basks in the glow of a question from CNN's Jeannie Mose.
Have you ever dated a playmate?
I refuse to answer that question.
On the grounds that it may be true?
Maybe true.
Tasha Dixon says she's speaking out so voters can get a better understanding of Donald Trump's personality.
I'm telling you, Donald Trump owned the pageant for the reason to utilize his power to get, around beautiful women.
That don't bother y'all at all? Or you think I'm a witch hunter, right? Yeah, I'm sure y'all think that I'm a witch hunter. So let's go ahead and play the 7-minute one. And then I'm just going to let you choose your own adventure. If you choose to leave my page after that, I'm not going to be mad. You know why? Because I'll still have my honor. I'll still have my dignity. And I'll know no matter where I am, if fucking 14-year-olds to 17-year-old girls will fucking be safe around me. I don't know about y'all. I don't have kids. But you're going to leave the half-breed because you support this kind of shit.
And out front now, Sam Holvey. She's a former Miss USA contestant. She says Donald Trump personally inspected each woman prior to the 2006 contest. So, Sam, look, you talked about this personal inspection, and you said it was the dirtiest you felt in your entire life. Tell me exactly what happened. What did he do?
So we were at Trump Towers doing the media tour in New York City, and so he lined all 51 of us up, and I thought it was going to be, hi, how are you, nice to meet you, that type of kind of meet and greet thing. It was not. It was him going down and one by one looking us over like we were pieces of meat, and he was trying to decide which, piece of meat he wanted. And I was hoping, that would be the end, that I wouldn't have to deal with him anymore. And so then on finals night, when I'm sitting in hair and makeup, getting ready in just my robe, and he comes walking backstage, and I'm so startled, like, what are you doing back here? We're a bunch of women getting ready for a beauty pageant that we've been working towards, Miss USA. Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you back here? And then I saw him walk into the dressing room, just like he has bragged about on Howard Stern, and the audio is out there for anybody and everybody to hear. He brags about this. It's not that I'm accusing him. I'm simply verifying what he himself has said.
So when you hear Sarah Sanders today coming out of the White House, right, highest ranking woman there, saying this White House has empathy for women like you. Empathy.
It's funny that they say they have empathy, but first they call us liars. So which one is it? And if I'm a liar, I'm just verifying what he said.
Right. And I it's actually interesting you say that. She said there's eyewitnesses who back up his claims. As you point out, you're one of 51 people.
Yeah, exactly.
They all
for
they
like
all saw
decades.
So they found this woman, Katie Blair. She told TMZ during a Miss Teen USA contest that she didn't see Trump come backstage. They found one person who said he didn't. But as you point out, this is something he has admitted, again, himself in his own words on Howard Stern. So let me just play that for those of you who have not heard him admit it himself.
Probably got paid.
Well, I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. and I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
When you hear that,
It's so disgusting.
How do you feel?
It's just so disgusting that he brags about it and people are coming at me saying, you're lying, you're lying. He's bragged about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, there's no question, right?
No,
He bragged about it.
like-
He's done it. You know, and as you point out, Sarah Sanders has said that you're a liar, and these other 15 women are liars. She said it multiple times. Donald Trump has called you and others liars again and again during the campaign. Here he is.
Every woman lied when they came forward to hurt my campaign. Total fabrication. The events never happened. Never. All of these liars will be sued after the election.
The stories are total fiction. They're 100% made up. They never happened. When you looked at that horrible woman last night, you said, I don't think so. I don't think so. She would not be my first choice, that I can tell you. Man. You don't know. That would not be my first choice.
That's y'all boy. That's why y'all leaving my page.
I mean,
You know, the ridiculous thing is that for him, it's not like a...
This is enough receipts
you know,
for y'all?
It's not like he was sexually attracted to me. It was that he felt powerful and he felt like he owned me, that I was his property. And so it's very different than, because people that are, you know, pro-Trump will say, there's no way he would want to sleep with you, he wouldn't touch you. Some of the other women have gotten very nasty messages. I've received nasty
She's
messages.
actually prettier
and
than,
I'm like, it's not about sexual
what's her
attraction.
face?
First of all, besides the fact that I was Miss North Carolina USA, like, I wasn't exactly ugly. I had a panel of people that said I was pretty. But the important thing is that it's
Stormy.
his power
She's
and
prettier than Stormy
dominance
to
and
me.
treating people like property. That's so disgusting.
and Sam, you know, you have come out and spoken about this, and then he won, and you're speaking about it now. That takes a lot of courage, and you have taken a hit for this, right? I mean, what has happened to you in terms of what people are saying and what people are doing? I think it's important for people to understand. You are taking a personal
100%,
risk on your
yeah.
reputation, on your life, and on your career to speak.
Yeah. So last year, whenever he was elected president, it was just so disheartening that the women in this country didn't collectively say, no, we will not accept that behavior. We will not tolerate it. We will not vote for it. And they didn't say that. They said, doesn't bother us. And that hurt. Woman to woman, that hurts. Because every woman has experienced that situation at some level. They've experienced the inappropriate comments, the, you know, people touching you. They've experienced that. And for them not to believe other women is very disheartening. And so when I was first asked to come back out and talk about it all again in this new, you know, movement and everything, my first response was, I don't want to go through all that again.
Yep.
And then when I heard that they were gathering all of us together to share our stories together, and one, I thought, you know, then this might work. This might make an impact if America sees all of us together, united. And then I also wanted to support the other women, because I know I also have a very supportive family, very supportive work colleagues. I mean, I have an incredible support network around me to kind of keep me away from people that do send me very mean messages and threats and everything. But some of the other women aren't that lucky. So I want to make sure that they feel the support from all of us.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I know it takes a lot of courage to do all that. So, Sam, thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all leaving me for him. A man who has been accused of this more than one time. Let's go for one more thing, but this won't be a video. Let me see if I can find it. In 1996, women complained about the beauty pageant of Trump walking in on them when they were 14 to 19 years old. Can I find the article, please? Okay. The allegations you are referring to were reported in 2016, focusing on an isolated incident that occurred in Miss Teen USA pageants in 1997, when Trump began owning the pageant and continuing through the early 2000s. Primary sources of the story was FreeBuzz or BuzzFeed, article published in October 2016. Why did it take 11 years for that article to come out? Suppose y'all don't know the answer to that either, right? These allegations were widely reported in October 2016. Outlets such as BuzzFeed News, The Guardian, ABC News involved the claims of former Miss Teen USA, former Miss USA contestants that Donald Trump entered the dressing rooms unannounced, often while teenagers and young women were changing or naked. Key testimony. I believe that was one of the ladies we just saw. Former Miss Vermont teen Maria Pilato. I'm pretty sure I fucked that up, so we're gonna spell that, and I think it's Mariah, but we're gonna spell it Mariah. Last name Billado. Told BuzzFeed that Trump walked in on the contestants while they were changing in 1997. Collaboration in 2005. Audio recovering on Howard Stern, which y'all just saw. So, let's go and try to see if we can get some confirmation on the age groups. How old were the beauty contestants in Donald Trump's beauty pageant in 1997? I probably should have asked from oldest to youngest, but okay. Let's go ahead and let the AI talk.
Contestants in the 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant, which was owned by Donald Trump, were aged between 14 and 19 years old. According to reports, specifically regarding an allegation that Donald Trump entered the dressing room during the 1997 pageant, several contestants were as young as 15 years old. Key details regarding the 1997 pageants include: 1. Miss Teen USA 1997. Contestants were aged 14 to 19, with many participants being teenagers. 4 women reported to BuzzFeed News that Trump entered the dressing room while they were in various states of undress. 2. 1997 pageant setting. The 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant was held on South Padre Island, Texas. And 3. Ivanka Trump. Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, was 15 years old at the time and served as a co-host for the pageant. Note, while some reports mistakenly mixed up allegations about the teen pageant with the adult Miss USA, Miss Universe pageants, where contestants are 18 plus, the specific allegations regarding the 1997 dressing room incident focused on the teenagers in the Miss Teen USA pageant.
Since y'all don't want to hear it from me, maybe hearing it from an AI might suit you just a little bit better. Now I've been at this shit for almost an hour. We go by those numbers right there. It is a 48 minute and 4 seconds and counting video. So, to everyone who has left my page, I spoke on Barron, who's definitely not going to war, and we are at war, and your kids will be on the list before his kids will be on the list, but you're going to leave my page, and most of you are going to leave this page again, so I have 886 of you now. But how many will I have next Monday when I clock back in for another monologue Monday? Will it be 883? Will the number increase back to 888? Or will the number drop all the way down to a staggering 0? I'm okay either way. Because at the end of the day, your kids are safer with me than they are with him. I don't have a criminal record. I've never harmed a child. I do believe in discipline. My belt's not on, but I have ass whoopings, and I don't have a problem handing out ass whoopings when the child has done something that could either get them hurt, killed, or dismembered. Because sometimes kids don't listen and they have to learn the hard way. I got ass whoopings for less than shit that kids do now. Never been to jail. Been handcuffed twice for helping people. Go figure that, right? I drove a stolen car that wasn't mine, and the guy who owned the car stole me in the face, but my cousin is the one who stole the car. Because he got kicked out of the club, probably for being obnoxious or doing some shit that Trump did. So they probably kicked him out because clubs don't play when it comes to their hostess, man. You can't go into a club and grab a chick by the ass and think that that shit's okay. This ain't the 40s or the 50s no more where you can just have free reign over a woman's body. But apparently everybody who's leaving my channel has something to do with them liking Felon 47 versus hating me. That's cool. You love a child molester. Why do you think we at war? Because it's to get us away from the Epstein's list long enough for this motherfucker to die before he gets charged with anything else. That's what that is. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to believe that. And that's fine. I don't know how you live with yourself. I don't know how you sleep with yourself. But picture your 14-year-old daughter just starting to grow her boobs. And some perverted motherfucker comes in at 40 fucking years old. Your age. Yeah, I'm that 44-year-old dude. I'm walking all up in your girlfriend's dressing room. She's 14. She's not your girlfriend. She's your fucking daughter. Lick my lips real quick. Yeah, look at that 14-year-old girl right there. That's right. Let me call Epstein. Hey, yo, bro, I got like a whole bunch of bitches up here, man. That's right. They're 14 plus. Yeah, you can be in the front row. Come on in tonight. I'll give you that pass. After all, he owned it. And he was still friends with Epstein in 1996. Let's try to confirm that. Was Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein still friends in 1996? It says yes.
Yes, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were still friendly and in contact during 1996, according to flight logs and documentation of their relationship.
I don't need the rest of that. Was Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein friends in 1997? Again. Go on, talk.
Yes, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were social acquaintances, frequently described as friends or part of the same social circle, during the late 1990s, particularly in 1997. Their relationship was well documented during this period, with both men interacting frequently in Palm Beach, Florida, and New York City. Key details of their 1997 relationship. 1. Social interactions. In April 1997, Trump and Epstein were photographed together at a Victoria's Secret Angels party in New York City.
Victoria's Secret.
They were also photographed together
That's
at
models.
Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida in February 1997. 2. Flight logs. Flight records indicate that Trump flew on Epstein's private jet 7 times between 1993 and 1990.
Did Epstein ever attend any of the Donald Trump-owned beauty pageants? I'm sure we're going to get a no. Guaranteed a no, right? Come on. Motherfucker!
Yes, Jeffrey Epstein attended events surrounding Donald Trump's beauty pageants and associated parties featuring pageant contestants, particularly during the 1990s when the two were social acquaintances. 1. Mar-a-Lago Calendar Girl Party. In 1992, Donald Trump hosted a Calendar Girl competition at his Mar-a-Lago resort.
That's new.
According to a report by the New York Times, Jeffrey Epstein was the only other male guest at this party, which featured young women competing in the event. 2. Miss Teen USA Introduction. An underage victim of Epstein testified that she was introduced to Donald Trump by Epstein at Mar-a-Lago in the 1990s, and subsequently competed in the Miss Teen USA pageant, which Trump owned. 3. Social scene and parties. During the 1990s, Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell often attended parties and events with Trump that included models, cheerleaders, and beauty pageant contestants. And 4. Shared interests. Trump told New York Magazine in 2002, "It is even said that he, Epstein, likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." While Epstein was present in these social circles, reports indicate the pair had a falling out in the early 2000s, and Trump has stated he kicked Epstein out of his club.
Are you done? I'm done. So I'm losing everybody on my page because I'm man enough to say the truth. I'm not judging you. Nah, I'm never going to do that because I'm no motherfucking saint. But I also know I ain't no motherfucking child molester. Hey, y'all support the motherfucker, so who's the worst here? Y'all leaving me, a 30-year failed actor, over shit that I've said about Felon 47. I'm not the bad guy here. I ain't the fucking hero, but I ain't the fucking bad guy. But hey, it's YouTube. There's 686 of you who have stayed. There was 688. I made a Trump video. 686. This is the longest video I've made. It's almost an hour long, and I'm going to end it here. Whether you love me or you hate me, I've never lied to you. I don't lie to you about my heritage. I don't lie to you about anything. I make monologue Mondays. I am a failed actor for 30 fucking years, and the last movie I did, I rocked this suit right here, and this suit right here, and a black cloak, calling myself the Nameless One, and it's on this page. It is called the Spider-Man fan film, Scarlet Spider, rather. Nothing lying there. I play 3 characters. The Nameless One, Miguel Ojeda, and Ben Riley. I get up on this bitch and I give y'all Monday night monologues. But I also tell you from the jump, I give you 99.9. I just gave y'all the whole 1,000 a day. I just showed you videos and everything, and I'm guaranteed that this 686 people that are here, this number's going to drop again. Which proves what I said. The only reason why anybody's going to leave this motherfucking place on me is because you really love a child molester named Donald John Trump, who's also a rapist and a rapist that has gotten away with 47 motherfucking felonies. If Donald Trump would have been black, he wouldn't be president right now, because his ass be locked the fuck up from the first term. But that's okay. You're leaving me because I'm not doing Kung Fu anymore. Well, I can't because the weather is fucked up here in Virginia. You've seen one of my videos that says a couple of months ago, well, 3 months ago, or a month ago, or 3 weeks, whatever the fuck the shit, I'm in the fucking snow. It snowed Friday. It actually snowed Saturday. And it was gone Saturday. It's on my TikTok. Literally, it snowed. Dusted the ground. Within an hour, shit was gone. So I haven't been able to get outside and do anything. And because this leg is needing to be therapied, I haven't been able to do any martial arts whatsoever. I have done a few things, but not a whole bunch of things. I don't have a reason to lie to you. And I won't lie. I hate Felon 47. Can't stand that motherfucker. I'm not going to wish anything bad on him, but I know karma doesn't forget an address. He's got a whole lot of karma to answer for. So if you're leaving me for him, congratulations. You have no moral compass because you like people who like to molest girls and lie about it. And that's where you belong. Go on with him. Go follow all his supporters. But understand something. If you have children, and I'm going to end the video here. If you have children, and we are at war, and I don't have children, so I'm good. But if you have children and we go to war, Barron ain't going. But your kids are. And don't say that Echo Fang Grey Wolf didn't warn you. And may God help you and hope that they come back home to you in one piece and alive. Oh, hold on. I forgot. We got one more thing. For all you military punk bitches that voted for this motherfucker. Where can I find a clip of Donald Trump calling everybody who served in the military suckers and losers? There is no known audio clip recording, which is a load of bullshit. Because Trump called war dead losers and suckers, Atlantic Report says. Can't have it both ways. So, let's end it with that. I have no idea what they're selling, but I can't afford it.
At the time, it seemed odd. The President of the United States skipping a ceremony to honor Americans killed in the First World War, blaming the weather, even though other officials made it. The Atlantic magazine reports that on that specific visit, Donald Trump told staff, "Why should I go to that cemetery? It's filled with losers." Later, he called 1,800 Americans who died in the legendary Battle of Belleau Wood suckers for getting killed. The reporter behind the story stands by it and his high-level, unnamed sources.
He doesn't understand why one would go pay that level of respect to fallen American soldiers.
Trump called it fake news, blaming the story on disgruntled former employees.
They had a rainstorm the likes of which you've rarely seen. The fog was so great. It was as dense as I've ever seen.
That ain't good enough.
Nope, I want to go. I insist on going.
Trump also denied calling former prisoner of war and Senator John McCain a loser.
I was going
despite an established record of saying exactly that.
He lost. So I never liked him as much after that, because I don't like losers. He's not a war hero.
My stepson was not a sucker.
Veterans groups are already looking to capitalize on the story, which has been confirmed by other outlets, including Fox News. For some veterans, the story speaks volumes about Trump's patriotism.
To me, his patriotism it's a show. It's no different than anything that he's been doing, over the last couple of decades on television.
Trump has survived storms like this before, but a new poll earlier this week found for the first time in 4 years, more troops support Joe Biden over Trump.
Good afternoon, folks.
Biden, meanwhile, whose late son Beau served in Iraq, tried to contain his rage.
And always caution not to lose my temper. This may be as close as I've come.
Biden said Trump has no sense of loyalty to anyone but himself, an attack that could resonate in a divided country where the military is often a unifying force. Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, New York.
We're going to go through that little clip about him getting wordsy with Biden. Not Biden. McCain. Can you show me the clip of Trump getting wordsy with John McCain because he was a war hero?
You can find clips of Donald Trump's comments about John McCain from July 2015 at the Family Leadership Summit. He said McCain was a war hero because he was captured, adding he liked people who weren't. You can watch it on YouTube or C-SPAN.
Spoken from a person who has never fucking served. This one's on Facebook. Let's see if they'll let me play it.
President, I raised $1 million for him. It's a lot of money. I supported him. He lost. He let us down. But, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that, because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. 5.5 years. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you. Do you agree with that? He's a war hero because he was captured. If a person's captured, they're a hero as far as I'm concerned. Unless they're a traitor like Bergdahl. He was captured. He's no hero. But you have to do other things also. I don't like the job that John McCain is doing in the Senate because he's not taking care of our veterans. He should know better than anybody about treating veterans well.
Okay, so you heard that one. It's not enough, and I'm sure y'all are probably gonna find a way to spin my spin. So let's go to this one. If Facebook lets it play.
He's a war hero. 5.5 years. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay?
You and I have a similar habit. You don't say you know whose name. I don't say it either. But it was clear that you were talking about you know who.
Guys, that's the soul, Mr. McCain.
You don't want to get into a wrestling match with a pig. You both get dirty, and the pig likes it.
He's never heard. I'll give you a break. He's never heard salty language before. John McCain, who has probably the dirtiest mouth in all of the Senate.
He seems to want to engage with every windmill that he can find.
We hope John McCain gets better very soon, because we miss him. He's a crusty voice in Washington.
Plus, we need his vote.
Senator McCain?
Right.
Senator McCain, you mean the one who voted against Obamacare?
And he said
Who is Senator? You mean Senator McCain who voted against us getting good health care?
The great leaders that I've seen, they don't threaten unless they are ready to act.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that President Trump is ready to act.
To refuse the obligations of international leadership and our duty to remain the last best hope of Earth for the sake of some half-baked, spurious nationalism cooked up by people who would rather find scapegoats than solve problems.
You heard what he said yesterday, Senator McCain.
Yeah, well, I hear it, and people have to be careful because at some point I fight back.
He said he would fight back.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be pretty. Are you scared?
I mentioned that I had faced greater challenges.
Now let me break this down to y'all who have not served and don't have family members that have served and some other small capacities, because a lot of people don't know how this shit works. Alright? All of my uncles on my mama's side, except for one, has served. My father has two brothers. Only one served. Technically, we found out that my father has another brother. But my father and all of the Williams men are dead except for myself and my cousin Bruce. I have served. My motherfucking dog tags are right there. Let me make it easier for you. These are mine. I've earned these bitches. They're mine. This is my military cat card. This is my veterans card. There's no stolen fucking valor here. I never got deployed. I was 11 Bravo. That means I have one job. I'm supposed to take your life. At the end of my barrel, if you're not wearing Army green or Navy blue, my job is to put a bullet through you. People get captured. People get hurt. 9 times out of 10, the man in charge don't leave their men. It's why we have that never leave a fallen comrade thing. This here is my warrior ethos, my soldier's creed. We're going to go through this for you. So you want to know why I hate Felon 47? Captain motherfucking Bone Spurs. And yeah, he ain't the only military man to dodge the draft. Clinton did it too, as in Bill. And that's the rumor. I don't know if it's true, and I don't give a flying fuck. But here it is. The soldier's creed. They beat this into our heads. I should be able to remember it, but now I'm 52, so it doesn't fucking matter. It's best that I read it to you so I don't fuck it up. Soldier's creed. I am an American soldier. I am a warrior, member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. Remember that part. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior's tasks and drills. I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert and I am a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. I am an American soldier. Your warrior ethos are on that same page. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. And I will never leave a fallen comrade. John McCain didn't leave his men. Nothing says hero more than a motherfucker that's gonna stay there with his men until the motherfucking end. Felon 47 is not gonna do that. And he's not gonna be there for any of your children, or for me, or for Vance, or anybody that fucking served. And you remember that. let's get these Army values out the way for you. I'll tell you what they are, and then I'll read their definitions after. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage. Here we go. Loyalty. Bear true faith and allegiance to the United States Constitution, the Army, your unit, and other soldiers. Duty. Fulfill your obligations. Respect. Treat people as they should be treated. Selfless service. Put the welfare of the nation, the Army, and your subordinates before your own. Honor. Live all the Army values. And it says live up to the Army values. Excuse me. It says live up to all the Army values. Do what's right. This is integrity, by the way. Do what's right, legally and morally. Finally, personal courage. Face fear, danger, and adversaries, physically and morally. This shit never leaves my mind, and it never leaves my fucking wallet. Felon 47 can't say that because he doesn't give a fuck about you or your kids. And I can guarantee you, 6'9" is not too tall to be in the Army. They will just give Barron a special place. He can't be infantry because he won't be able to duck his tall ass down fast enough. But he can still fucking serve in a different fucking capacity. But I'm pretty sure punk ass bitch ain't gonna fucking do it. Oh, my bad. He's 19. Doesn't make him any less than a punk ass bitch. And for the record, bitch, brave, infantry, tactical, combat, hero, BICTH. Got that? It's a motherfucking acronym for infantry. Dick, dedicated, infantry, combat, killer. DICK. We ain't gonna go into fuck sticks and all that other shit. But understand something. I fucking served. And I'm going to end the video with this. Again, we're at war. Your kids are going. People have died. People will continue to die. And when it's your kid, you're going to get a flag and a salute from Felon 47, thanking you for your motherfucking service. But Barron's going to be at home, smiling and laughing at you the same way he laughed at Joe Biden that day. And you remember that. You voted for that shit. And you also left my page because of every video I've ever made on fucking Felon 47. But eventually, I said this before, I'll say it again. He's going to do this until he kills white people. Oh my God. I already said that. And it's already happened because he killed an LGBTQ or alphabet community mom of 3. And he killed a male nurse. Because he allowed ICE to do whatever the fuck they want. And you voted for it. Their blood's on your hands. So you can leave my page. I mean, it's not really going to hurt me. I have 686 people here. If this shit drops down to 0, I'm just going to start all over again. But the one good thing about me is I will give you 99.9. And either you're going to like it or you're not. But I don't have to lie to you. Thank you for watching.